I'm Jose Gonzalez. For the last 4 years, I've been the CEO of the Federal Home Loan Bank of New York, which is a wholesale banking cooperative owned by banks, basically every bank and depository institution in our district, which is New York, New Jersey, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands. Who was responsible for me being here, perhaps more than anybody else? Well, I think it would have been Marcelino Suarez, who was my first boss when I worked summers in college. I was an economics student. I worked in the economic research and then the investments department of a large commercial bank in Puerto Rico. And Don Marcelino, who was a Cuban exile, who had been chief economist of the Cuban Central Bank, been exiled in Puerto Rico, was my boss. And he's the first person, I think, who took me under his wing, who really made me love finance, financial markets, economics, etc., who motivated me to go to graduate school, who saw in me, I think, the potential to grow in the future, and who always took time out, even though he was a very senior person in my bank, and I was just a kid, literally, to teach me, to focus me, to interest me in the financial world and financial career. And I was fortunate enough to actually, later on in his years, when he was much later, quite elderly, and had retired once, to actually fulfill something he told me when I worked for him. He said, "You're going to go far, and I hired you, but you will hire me someday. I will work for you someday." And I had the pleasure of doing that. I had the pleasure of actually hiring him as my economics advisor when he was still quite able to do his job and had the wisdom and the knowledge that years provides, and came full circle. So Don Marcelino passed away many years ago, but he's probably the person I'm sitting where I am now. So thank you, Marcelino.